classmate here. I'm Adin. Together with me is Daphne and Guo Qian. Today we'll be talking on conflict management based on the KLM case study of the accident which happened in 1977 at Tenerife Airport, which is known as the Los Rodeos Airport back then. And this is the content of today. I'll be talking on the history background and of course how organization actually indirectly affected individuals in conflict management. And of course next will be the Guo Qian will talk about interactions and communications, and lastly Daphne will talk about individuals and end up with a conclusion. So without further ado, let me begin with the history background of what actually happens on that day. So what actually happens is in 27 March 1977 at Los Rodeos Airport, there's a two collision of the giant airplanes of 747s and resulted in more than 500 people died. So what actually happened on the day is the time log, which I will be explaining. First of all, there's a series of unfortunate events happens on that day. There's a terrorist bombing at the Gran Canaria Airport, which actually the two airplanes originally headed to. Because due to this terrorist bombing, this airport was being forced to shut down and rerouting all the airplanes towards there. Towards the Gran Canaria Airport, they need to be rerouted to change to the Los Rodeos Airport. And because of this, the Los Rodeos Airport is a very small airport and all the airplanes are being forced to park at the taxiway. And lucky enough, the original Gran Canaria Airport reopened, but however, thick fog started to form. And this little Los Rodeos Airport is very ill-equipped. They don't have any much equipment. Due to the thick fog forming, they're actually unable to locate the airplanes and only use voice control. So as a result, miscommunication causes the two planes to collide, as the KLM did not know that the Pan Am is still on the runway and they take off without a proper clearance. So next I'll be talking about how organization actually indirectly affected individuals in this conflict management. First of all, in KLM organization, they actually come up with this duty known as the duty time limit, this policy. Actually, the time required for the pilot to reach the desired destination at a given time. So, if the pilot exceeds this timing, they actually will cause them to lose their pilot license or even their career. And of course, on that day, the plane is being controlled by a captain, which is very experienced. He's actually an ace pilot of the KLM, which definitely will introduce later on what's his name and how experienced he is. And this actually creates a stress and tension because of this company policy, as he do not want to lose his reputations and of course he don't want to lose his job. And as a result of these tensions and stress, he actually blocked off communications with his colleagues and started to make a lot of decisions on his own without any discussion with his colleagues. And therefore, these are some of the mistakes, decisions which even break the rule, such as refuel, excess fuel into the airplanes, which is not supposed to do so, as you want to save time and want to reach the desired destination without breaking the time limit. And of course, he initiated to take off without proper clearance and all the other decisions which he made wrongly. And of course, what we have learned from this policy is that companies should learn to accommodate, such as looking things case by case. If they have no choice that the time limit will need to exceed, they should look at that what actually happens on that day before making a decision that the pilot will lose his license. Alright, next I'll pass on to Guo Qian to talk about his